Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of Dubai Property Tips. Where we talk about the Dubai real estate market, and I'll give you personally my opinion, which you might agree or might not agree to. But just to quickly give you a little bit of my background, I've been involved in real estate for about 10 years. I started in Toronto, Canada, and since 2007 I've been involved in Dubai. My family's fourth generation in Dubai, and right from actually owning my own company to being involved in hundreds of millions of dollars worth of deals. I've been doing real estate for a long time. I want to actually talk about a very specific area of the where a very specific buyer. This might not be for everybody, but I want to address the first-time buyer in the Dubai property market who's got a fund allocation, or a crude way to say a budget of approximately, let's say, about 175,000 dirhams to approximately, let's say, about 700,000 dirhams or to $1 million dirhams. Yeah, I'm taking into account some of them might be going in for financing, right? So I want to address that first-time buyer, and I want to give you some advice on a particular area that I have found has worked very well for a lot of my friends, a lot of my investors, a lot of my clients. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about three things. I'm going to talk about a bird's eye view, so I'm going to talk about the area in general, the actual location that I'm going to recommend, and then we're going to break it down why I'm recommending it. I'm going to talk about a particular developer in that area which I recommend, and then we're going to talk about why I recommend him, and then obviously you can have your own opinion, and I'd love to actually hear about it in the comments downstairs. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit of not the best, the rosy pictures, the stuff that other people might not tell you about, but I'm going to tell you about it, okay? So let's talk about the location. So let's go take a bird's eye view of the general area that I'm recommending, okay? I'm going to be talking about Dubai Sports City to you. Where exactly is Dubai Sports City? It's literally next door to Dubai Motor City, okay? Which is literally next door to Emar's flagship project, which is the Arabian Ranches. You know, one of those early projects that really kicked off the freehold revolution in Dubai's real estate market. Okay, the reason I'm telling you a little bit about Motor City is because Motor City today has developed into an amazing place, right? It's got all this retail, it's got a lot of it's got retail, it's got Starbucks, it's got Caribou Coffee, it's got clinics, etc., etc. But it's built around a motorsports theme. So, you know, for speed junkies who've got some money and tires to burn, can actually hit the racetrack there, and instead of speeding on Dubai's roads, they can actually, you know, race around in Dubai Motor City. Now, right when you exit Dubai Motor City, you enter into something called Dubai Sports City. Okay, Dubai Sports City is on Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road. It's not very far from Sheikh Zayed Road. It's about 7 minutes drive from Jumeirah Lace Towers, Dubai Marina, Mall of the Emirates, so to speak. And it's quite centrally located today when you look at where Dubai is moving. You know, Dubai is moving towards Expo 2020. Dubai is moving its growth towards the Dubai World Central, the world's first aerotropolis. So let's quickly tell you about Dubai Sports City, okay? Dubai Sports City is a master planned community that was master planned by Parsons. And if anybody knows about Parsons, then Parsons is a huge international company that does airports, highways, master plans, communities, and they've done it really, really well. The only thing that happened with Dubai Sports City is because it started before the recession, the big huge recession we had in 2007, 2008 that lasted till 2011, Dubai Sports City kind of hit the brakes during those recession period, and then it picked up again in 2011, 2012. But as a master plan community, Dubai Sports City is built around the theme of sports. And to a certain extent, it has really matured into that theme of sports. So it has kind of hit its sweet spot with sports activities around it. You got to remember that having a city called Dubai Sports City and having it mature around sports, it's sort of like a marketing tactic. But whether for good or for bad, there's a lot of sports-related activities that do happen over there, right? For instance, it's got an international cricket stadium where almost, I believe, all teams except India has played. International Cricket Stadium was also the host for the Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, when he came over here and wanted to address the public. He did it over there as well. It has the world's only, the first and only Ernie Els golf course. I believe it's a 9-hole golf course, but it's got a nice clubhouse. It's got the full shebang when it comes to people who love golf. They actually can go and play there. It's got a lot of tennis, swimming academies. It's got a lot of outdoor soccer pitches, rugby pitches. So the whole community is kind of like revolves around sports. It's got the headquarters. So it has the International Cricket Council's headquarters as well. So the likes of Clive Lloyd and all, these are the people who hang around over there at their headquarters. When it comes to actually speaking about a community, I want you to pay a little bit some attention to what are the amenities available over there, right? When we talk about a golf course within a community, anywhere else, yeah, in Dubai we've got a lot of golf courses, right? But anywhere else in the world that you go where there's a golf course and then there's a community built around it, you know what? Those communities cost a lot of money, and one of the main reasons is because a golf course is a high maintenance parcel of land. So there's a lot of land that you can't really build on. You leave it green, you gotta water it, make it look beautiful so that people can come and play on it. Well, this causes real estate prices in the vicinity to go up, because when you lose so much land to develop a golf course, there's only so little land left to do development for buildings, villas, so on and so forth. But Dubai Sports City is not just in the vicinity of one golf course, it's got 3 golf courses within 5 minutes driving distance, because 2 minutes away from Dubai Sports City is Jumeirah Golf Estates, and it's got 2 world-class golf courses, and Jumeirah Golf Estates also holds the World Cup of Golf, which is, I think they've got it still to 2017. It's the race to Dubai, and they still hold it over there. Also Sports City has a mini canal, a water body, so that again adds to the aesthetics of the community. One of the things I'm going to now talk to you about is what is a developer that you could actually target, right? So somebody who's got a history of actually developing really good buildings in Dubai Sports City. Something that's at a price point that's not extremely premium and it's not really cheap, and the quality is really, really good. So one of the developers I want to pinpoint, they're called TriPlanet. They're much more popularly known as the Elite Sports Residence developer, and this is a developer that came to Dubai pre-recession. So before 2007, 2008, they launched their projects 2005, 2006, somewhere along those time. I'm not exactly sure about the date. And things were going very well for them for a decent amount of time until the 2007, 2008, 2009 recession, when a lot of their buyers stopped paying them. A lot of their buyers said, well, we just want a refund, we don't have the money to pay you. And this was a time when a ton of developers that had started building projects in Dubai, due to the global financial crisis, actually ran away. Not this developer. This developer stuck it out. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, whatever kind of maximum you can bring it up, it applies to this developer. Because from the recession, the deep recession, this developer rose like a phoenix out of the ashes. Like literally, they struggled, they consolidated, they cajoled, they helped, they facilitated, but they did not quit. They did not stop building. And today they're getting they're getting the rewards for the hard work that they put in. And when they came out of the recession, till today, this developer has delivered not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 9 buildings in Dubai Sports City. So 9 buildings, which is why they're known as the Emaar of Dubai Sports City. And all of these 9 buildings have the same quality finishing, the same amenities available, and the same level of service available, right? So they've got Elite Sports Residence 1, Elite Sports Residence 2, Elite Sports Residence 3, Elite Sports Residence 4, Elite Sports Residence 5, Elite Sports Residence 6, Elite Sports Residence 7, Elite Sports Residence 8, and Elite Sports Residence 9. These are buildings that are already completed and people are actually living in them. Obviously you can still buy from them because they've got Elite Sports Residence 10 under construction, which is going to be ready for handover by next year. But let me tell you a little bit about this developer, right, and what it does, right? Number one, this developer gives you all the apartments fully furnished. So whether you're buying a studio, a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, or a 3-bedroom, they're all fully furnished. And when I say fully furnished, I literally mean, and this is a personal story where a client of mine and I went to take a handover for a 2-bedroom apartment of his, and he was literally blown away because he actually wanted to start living immediately. And the moment we went to take handover of the apartment, he was blown away with the kind of furniture and the deep level of detail that the developer had gone into in terms of providing him with all the stuff that he required to start living the next day. So the shower curtains were provided, the bed sheets were provided, pillowcases were provided, pillows were provided, alarm clocks were provided, nice paintings to make your house look nice were provided. So they really go down to a lot of detail to actually make sure that the apartment's delivered in very good quality and it's fully furnished. But what does it mean for you as a buyer when an apartment's fully furnished? Now I understand you might not be buying it to invest it and you want to live in it. That's fine. You could sell the furniture, bring your own, that's up to you. But if you're an investor who's looking to practically just rent this apartment out, let me tell you a little bit about Dubai's dynamics and how it works out. A lot of people in Dubai come in a transient way in the beginning, okay? They've just been hired by an international company, they move over here and they're going to wait for a year or 6 months before they bring their wife over. These are high-level bachelors, sometimes they come with their families, whatever. They don't want to invest, or let's not call it an investment, they don't want the expense of buying furniture for the first year. They're not sure how long they're going to be here, they're not sure where they want to live. They just want an apartment that's fully furnished and they want to just bring in their suitcase. That's it, right? And start living. And when they want to move, when they want to move to a different area, you know, when their wife comes down and the wife says, you know what, I don't like this furniture, or I don't like this area, I would like to live somewhere else, or I'd like a bigger apartment, whatever. They don't have the headache of changing the furniture, moving the furniture. They just get up and go. So in Dubai Sports City, specifically with Elite, you're looking at an average rental yield of approximately 8% to 10%. How does that translate into amount of money that you put in? So for every 100,000 dirhams that you put in as an investment, you're looking at a net in your pocket cash return of 8,000 dirhams to 10,000 dirhams. If you put in 1,000,000 dirhams, you're looking at approximately 80,000 dirhams to 100,000 dirhams net cash in your pocket. Why I say net is very important, because a lot of people will tell you, oh, the rental yield is 8%, but that's not net. Or they'll tell you 9%, and that's not net. What I mean net is after you subtract the service charges. And in Elite, the developer has done something really nice, which is that they've kept the service charges really low. So for a studio, you pay only 5,000 dirhams. So when you buy a studio, and if let's say a studio rents for about 50,000 dirhams, you end up netting 45,000 dirhams into your pocket. So we've covered a lot of things. The area, the location is pretty good. The building that I'm recommending is really, really good. You can find better buildings in Dubai Sports City perhaps, but you're going to be paying more money. You might be able to find worse buildings in Dubai Sports City and you'll save some money. But I always go from an investment point of view, go into the mid-level, go into something that's stable, go with a developer that's done a lot of work before, and you're not going to get, you're not going to get cheated. You're pretty much certain about what's the quality you're getting and what's the end product that you're getting. Last but not the least, lastly, they've got a very good maintenance team on site for all the 9 buildings. So if you or your tenant ever has any problems, you pretty much call and then they come and they service you, which is done in a very nice way. Lastly, nothing's ever always good, okay? You can't always have something that's amazing all the time. I would personally say one of the cons or one of the negatives of buying with them is they're like the Emaar of Dubai Sports City, okay? So you pretty much are going to have to pay the price that they command, right? There's going to be a little bit of a premium because they've got a very strong brand. The market knows that the developer delivers, and what they say, they do. Their word is their bond. So that you're pretty much going to have to pay their asking price if you're buying direct from them, or if you're buying from the market, because these apartments sell pretty fast. They're pretty liquid, so the room of negotiation is pretty small. If you're on the selling side, it's great, you can sell pretty fast. If you're on the buying side, the negotiation room is not that great, so you pretty much go with what the asking price is. A little bit of negotiation if possible, but at the end of the day, because it's a branded product in Dubai Sports City, you're going to, when you're looking to buy, you're gonna have to pay their asking price. Until next time, if there's other stuff that you want me to discuss, if there's other areas you want me to compare, please let me know, send me a note. Love the comments that you guys gave me for the last videos. I hope I've been able to include them in this one. See you shortly.